So you respect people who don't respect you, you love people who don't love you, you listen to people who don't listen to you, and you respect people who don't respect you, and life is very easy. If you ask anything, life is a fight constant. No fight, life is not a fight. That doesn't mean you should not say something, that doesn't mean you should still give them money, that doesn't mean anything, you may not even see them. That's situation, But in your heart, you love them, you respect them, you listen to them, and you ask nothing of them. Then the way you express it is according to your culture, according to your social life, according to that's something else. But inside is very important, no pain. Pain is give you inappropriate behavior. Just love them.
And that's how to deal with the pain.
Sorry?
Just love them, just respect them.
Yes.
The way to deal with
And then pain is your gift. Pain is nice. You have this pain, that means you must look at something. I put my hand in the fire, it burned, I must be careful. So you have a pain, great. It's a gift they give you. Actually, it came from you, it doesn't come from them. To show you that there's something which you haven't seen yet. Great. So if your dog asks you, do you know you have pain, you're going to say, I feel it. Right? So you feel it in your body. You don't feel it in your fridge. You feel it in your body. Where? Maybe you don't know yet. Then inquire. Is it here, in the belly, in the stroke, in the shoulders, in the mouth? If you said to your dog, I feel it, you feel somewhere in the body. So you inquire this pain. Put aside this come from my child, which is a very sweet fantasy. Because when you were 3 years old, already the pain was there and there was no child. So you always have a pretext. So my parents were like that, society is like that, my body is like that, now my child is like that. Then it be something that be the war. No. It's not the war, it's not your child, it's not your parents, it's you. So pain is here. And you let it, it's nice, like you take some nice drug, I'm sure you're too clever to do that, but if you smoke some hashish, you inhale, and you do what you do nothing. And then slowly, or fast, according to that, you feel something. The same thing, it's free. The pain, and you let it come. The pain is the top of the iceberg. But the iceberg is very big under water. Pain is a very small thing here, but you let it, and you see, by nature, the feeling is expansion. And it's on the right and left and up and down and front. It will grow, it will grow, it will grow, it will grow. And what's grow at some point is no more pain, no more attention. That's the theory. But in practicality, you must really. That's why we do this kind of yoga. It's very stupid actually, where we overharm. But you learn to, when you come back from a very stupid movement, it's very little happening, but this very little you become sensitive. As you never drink wine, you slowly you develop the capacity to feel the different aromas of the wine. Something in this yoga we learn to feel very little with intensity. So then when the pain is there, and if your dog said, what do you know? You said, I feel it, so you feel it in your body. You will be able to feel it, and it's the top of the iceberg, and you let it unravel and move. And then it's not a technique. That means you must be it. You have the chance tonight to feel the pain. Your child called you and said, whatever, don't come. You feel it, great. You win. That's the center of your life now. This pain is fantastic. Mentally, you thank your child, thank you for showing me I have a pain in myself, which was already there much before you were born, so I attribute it to you, it's a wrong attribution. Pain is mine. The child helped you to discover that. Great. You said, thank you. Actually, they were born for that. So, and you let this feeling of the pain move, and you may go very little, and then you're going to be thinking of them, they should not do that, and this, and my husband, and the dog, and forget about it. Another time, something happened with the child, when you're thinking and feel the pain, great. Sit, lie, and feel the pain. You're going to be a little more. And slowly, but don't concentrate, as you don't direct your attention. No, you feel it. Like somebody caress you. What you do? What you do? You just let the feelings happen. Purely passive of expecting, but active of presence. So the same thing. The pain will, and in several times, and you see, more and more it will take your body. More and more it will expand, and then you're going to see how it functions. That means you're going to see this expansion slowly. Then you're going to visualize your child not coming or doing that, and you can stand it. And again, you're going to feel it's cross again. And it's fine, you win. Now you're back to the feeling, and so no thinking. And then slowly, but you'll be a little faster this time, you're going to see this feeling of pressure, open up. Then you're going to remember something. It's closed again. That's very important that you knowingly see the passage from thinking who create the tension to the feeling where the tension expands. First you're going to realize that tension comes from thinking, not from the fact. Because when tension expands, the thing will change with the child. So it's a proof that you can have openness with the child, problem, but the thought of the child creates this thing. There become a moment it's so spread out that the thought of the problem will not create a problem anymore. You could see your child like that and your child like that. It will not create that. That's in time. It's a question of practice, and not intentional practice. You cannot say that tonight I'm going to feel no, shade up tonight. Next time something happens with the child, mentally or physically, then you feel the rage, you feel you cannot take it. Great. Not the moment we want. You sit, you lie, and you just encounter like a writer who want to write this woman just a problem with a child, and you want to describe her emotion. 3 pages. So what does she feel? And so inquire, what does she feel? Is it more in the chest, more in the mouth, more in the diaphragm? Is it dry? Is it wet? Is it cold? Is it heavy? In contraction, in expansion? Is it salty? Is it more sour? Is it sweet? Is it bright? Is it dark? Is it in color? Is it which tone? Must encounter the whole, for your book, the whole spectrum of feeling that a poet will use to describe this pain. Word pain goes away is a feeling. And slowly like that you become a moment that it's really finished. But of course, as long you keep the fantasy of a mother when you have children, it will come back with the fantasy. So one day you wake up, you're not a mother anymore. You're not a mother. Maybe you were a mother at some point, you're not, it's finished. Then you encounter your child is not your child, a human being. They're what they are. Whatever they think of you is their problem, it's not your problem. Whatever it is their problem. You respect people as they are. Some people love you, some people hate you, some people... It is like that. You stop asking people to be different, to look at you differently. People more clever than you think you're stupid, people more stupid think you're clever. People taller think you're small, people smaller think you're... Everybody's right. But at some point you don't live from the point of view of the other. Whatever people think of me, they're right. From them. I don't live from that. So child will always have a fantasy about you, as long as they think you're their mother. They will love you, they will hate you, they will think you made mistakes. Yes. You know, your parents have a fantasy about you. Okay. Your husband may have a fantasy with you, your lover. Yes, your boss may have a fantasy, your slave may have a fantasy. They're all right for them. Leave them alone. What you need is not yourself, it's just not to have a fantasy about yourself. That you should be different, that you could be different, that you should not be different. No. You are perfect the way you are because there's no choice. And they're perfect the way they are because there's no choice. And it has to be felt, not otherwise thinking process. And you feel it by feeling the pain, by seeing that pain comes from thinking, never from the fact. It came from thinking. It's very important seeing that the thinking creates the tension. And the passage, it's very strong, but you can, I had the experience of that. I literally said that you should spend the whole night going for the email or something terrible, and you feel, so, but then you let it happen, and it spread, and it expands, and then the picture come again, and so again you like that, but you let it happen, and again the picture, blah blah blah. There come a moment, but the picture don't really come because you don't think about it anymore. But if you do, it is what it is. Your child will always have a fantasy about you. Don't ask them to see you differently. They can't. They're children. And some people are 30 years old, they're still 3 years old mentally. When a child of 3 years old, you refuse them a certain piece of cake, they hate you, they think you're wrong. It's fair enough. They cannot see differently. And maybe your child is 30 and they think you're wrong because, okay, they have no choice to think that. It's not for you to challenge their thinking. Don't say to a child of 3 years old, I'm not giving you the cake because it's bad for you. He would not understand it. You're a bad mother for the child. And maybe your child has some age and they're clever, but in their mind, you should not do that. You didn't. They will always remember that. You cannot help them. Therapists may do, but do the job yourself. No pain about them. Love them the way they are. Don't ask them to change. Don't ask them to see you differently. Eventually, they should do the same, but that's not in your hand. But you can do it for yourself. And don't carry any pain from nothing. It is in the West, we have this fantasy, this old Christian pathology, that pain is noble. No, pain is stupid. No pain. You don't need any pain. Life is happy when you don't ask anything. But if you ask people to be different than what they are, so it's endless.